I finally caught up. Next episode is gonna come out on Wednesday, and I am finally doing one episode reviews. Let's get started. Episode 7 review. Okay, if the last two episodes, or at least the end of episode 5 and episode 6, was basically the low point, this episode was the high point, and I love it. Peacemaker is a fucking menace. I will not lie, his scenes kind of made me a bit hesitant now with him. Harley Quinn showing her badassery through her lunacy, and literally everyone else doing their part. And I like the Argus guy. Poor dude, he's like, yeah, I guess at this point I shouldn't be mad if they call me a villain, especially with what Peacemaker did to that poor elf. But let's go over the episode, because fucking hell, I was pretty impressed. So for the most part, it's a Harley Quinn flashback. We're getting more of these with her and Joker, kind of just crazy talk. It's to be expected. It's Joker. Harley Quinn usually is just complete over heels when Joker is involved, so it's to be expected. We cut to present time. We have the group essentially seeing that the Thinker has built a little base. So essentially, they all make a plan. I like some of the craziness with this group. It definitely feels more and more, the more episodes we get them together, the more they're genuinely becoming a fundamental team. And something that definitely has my attention is just literally how King Shark scares the ever-living shit out of Clayface. I think that's such a funny thing. However, I think what's super fucking funny is their discussion on how to infiltrate. I don't know, some of these faces are just a little distracting, but I love the animation. As I said, Peacemaker is a pretty freaking scary dude. But yeah, we basically get the plan of action, what they're gonna do, with Peacemaker being essentially the main lead in what's going to happen in this set plan. He definitely feels like the guy who kind of just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, it's gonna be successful. Which it obviously is, but I do like the team ups. We have Clayface and King Shark dealing with water. Obviously Clayface doesn't like this. We have Deadshot and the Argus agent working together, which is an interesting combo. And then we have Harley and Peacemaker work as the last duo, working together to kidnap an elf. And I think it's super fucking funny that we do see him without his helmet, and everyone is kind of surprised, but more intimidated by literally the dude's figure. The dude is jacked up. It definitely catches like fucking Deadshot and the agent, Argus agent, completely fucking off guard. And they're both so nervous by this look. Like, who wouldn't be intimidated by this jackass? Anyway, so yeah, we do have Katana involved in assisting the Thinker. So definitely we get to see some alliances of what's going on to some degree. Though I like Katana's kind of resting bitch face. It definitely feels like she's completely unamused with what Clayface is doing, because obviously Clayface turned into the Thinker and is trying to infiltrate, and yeah, it's clearly showing that he's not doing a good job. And this clip really solidifies what I mean.
What gave me away? You overplayed your part, yo.
Yeah, I find it super funny. So with all being said, the plan goes into fruition. Peacemaker has interesting ways of just harming people. I kid you not, this is brutal as hell, and it just completely stopped me. But once that happened, all the elves start to freak out because they're connected, and yeah, the attack happens, and the action is still pretty good. It is one of the best qualities of this show. Like, the action does entertain me. I think what was more impressive was definitely the Harley Quinn versus the Thinker fight. For the most part, I mentioned that Harley Quinn is still like the main character, with the others having their moments of main characters. Because this is called Suicide Squad Isekai. So it can't just be 100% Harley Quinn and everyone else not getting a lot of stuff. It's just, it depends what the episode calls for it. And this episode definitely felt like if Harley Quinn was going to fight the Thinker, I am not surprised that, first of all, the action's still pretty fucking good. Harley Quinn kind of just laughing like a maniac and able to actually land a hit on the Thinker is impressive, because she basically did a maneuver of, I'm gonna take damage if it also means you take damage, because she took a hit to the head, which is essentially just kind of messing up her thinking, but that's her specialty. She doesn't think. It's not in a negative way. It's not in a negative way, mind you. Probably should clarify. Harley Quinn is acting more like instinct, like essentially allowing herself to basically control her, let her body do its own movements as long as it's doing what it needs to do. And this pisses off the Thinker, so he tries to, rather than fight in the physical world, in the mental world, trying to break Harley through her mental state. What he did not account for was, well, something interesting is just seeing the slight origins of Harleen Quinzel before becoming Harley Quinn. And then suddenly, just as like we see the whole Joker holding Harley and like gonna drop her in the acid, we actually see it's the Thinker that's being held by the Joker with Harley by his side. And that look just throws me the hell off, but that is the Harley look. She loves the Joker. So that, of course she's gonna give the villainous vibe. Like, we still have to remember, our main characters are still villains. They have different degrees. I think Clayface might be not the most evilest evil of the group, with King Shark being there as well. Huh, ironic. And then Deadshot is literally just the guns for hire, which makes sense because the Argus agent is just doing his job. So, you know, there's that pairing. And then you have Peacemaker and Harley Quinn, who know what the hell they're doing, and they're gonna get shit done the very aggressively painful way. So, anyway, I think that was kind of cute now that I think about it, like the team-ups. But yeah, essentially, Harley Quinn completely overwhelmed the Thinker, as essentially was trying to possess her mind, trying to break it, and yet her insanity was just stronger. It makes me think, if her insanity is this crazy enough to push something like the Thinker back, imagine the Joker and his completely fucked up mind. But anyway, so yeah, we get to see what the Peacemaker did, and yeah, once again, the agent's basically saying he can't complain if he's labeled as a villain now, with King Shark eating one of the elves. But there was an interesting little point that Peacemaker made, is that the bombs are eventually going to go off, so we know that another 72 hours have passed by. So I kind of like it. So this is the second wave, I guess. So we know they've been there for roughly less than a month for sure. But yeah, so the Thinker's defeated, and a big surprise, Katana kills the Thinker. She decapitates him. And Clayface is unfortunately just gets also thrown into the water. So it seems like Katana caught Clayface.
What gave me away? You overplayed your part, yo.
I like the rematch. It's a rematch between episode 1 to now, where Harley Quinn, I mean, I wouldn't say she improved in terms of abilities. I just think that she knows what her opponent fights. Because keep this in mind, guys. She's got Joker crazy thing, and Joker can hold off against Batman. And if you're going to be with the Joker and constantly fight Batman, you're going to have to be in your A game at all times. So I think this is Harley Quinn more or less having gauged how Katana fights and is able to kind of understand what she needs to do. And yeah, I was a bit surprised when Clayface turned himself into a sword. Yeah, his abilities are kind of busted. But yeah, seeing these two fight, and then actually with Harley Quinn managing to almost get Katana, and if not be able to take off her mask, and seeing Katana in such a interesting way, she looks like a teenager, which is so weird. But yeah, they show their respects to each other before Katana kind of just bails. And yeah, essentially everything kind of just is at a halt. Like they managed to do something crazy, and that is essentially push back and assist the Empire in pushing back the Demi-Human Alliance army. Like, they took it down and defeated one of the leaders, which is the Thinker. And this, it leads to an interesting ending. The Queen is pissed the ever-living fuck off. She wants to execute the Suicide Squad. And the way she looks like completely pissed the fuck off makes me now theorize that she's involved in this crap. Like, why would she be pissed? Maybe she doesn't like that otherworldly people are assisting in their problems, making them look incompetent, maybe. But I mean, fucking hell, I don't know. The Queen is way more suspicious. I think she might be the real antagonist of this season. Overall, I gotta say, it's a banger. Like, yeah, I know, still, I've seen a bit of criticism about Suicide Squad, Isekai, but it's like, dudes, I'm enjoying it. Like, this is still pretty much fun. Is it like the levels of ReZero on how awesome the way the character development is? No. Is it Overlord kind of thing of just destructive shit with the villains? No. It's not those high tier levels, but I still love the show. It's fun. Like, it genuinely is fun. But overall, this is my review. Thank you for watching. This is Green Warrior 291 signing out. Peace.